Hello again, YouTube. My name is Caitlin. If you're new here, if you're not, thank you for stopping by. My channel is all about personal finance when it comes to debt savings, budgeting, and anything in between. So today, I wanted to go over my goal setting for 2022 when it comes to some financial, and I'm going to sprinkle in some of my personal goals as well, just for the funsies. So without further ado, we'll just jump in. I am going to use the spreadsheet from Lauren Miller still this year. So I used it last year. I'm going to use it again. To be fitting what I need, but yeah, it's pretty much her spreadsheet, so definitely check her out. She does a great job. So the first thing is going to be income, of course, and I am going to keep this as a gross income goal. So last year was 55, this year my goal is 65. I am not sure how I'm going to get there. I know that my base salary is 58, so I'm trying to make $7,000 more than I do from my job. So we will see. Fingers crossed. I may or may not move up in my company. That is something that's a potential this year because I did do a certification, and I've been working there for 3 years, kind of working on my skills and getting better and understanding the company. So it's definitely possible that I could find a position to apply for in the next year. And if so, this might be a really low goal, but I just don't know. So I'm setting it at 65 in case I stay in my current position. So that is what that is, and we will see. Next up is the section for retirement and savings, and you guys know I have more savings funds than what I include here, but a lot of them are sinking funds, so I don't really like to put them in here because they're going up and down all the time. But so for these ones, I've got my 401k, which I know what my amount is coming out from my raise because luckily for me, I got my raise just before the beginning of the year, so I'll be able to apply that through the 26 paychecks. So that's going to be $34.80 is my goal for that account. I am leaving it at 6% because I still have some debt, and I am also increasing my post-tax selections. So that is my 401k goal. So then my company match goal is going to be, it's a 5% match. So it's going to be $2,900 throughout the year. And then for my Roth IRA, I've increased my contribution there to $250 a month. So it's 250 times 12. And so I'm hoping to hit $3,000 in that account. For my HSA, I actually dropped my contribution to my HSA from 40 a check to 25 per check. I don't really have a good reason why I did that. I just did because it made sense to me for what my goals are. I'm focused on the other retirement accounts, and the HSA is only usable for health, and I already have a good chunk in there. So I'm going to keep contributing, but not as high. So it's 25 times 26 for that amount, plus another 550, which is the incentive that my company offers. So I'm going to do my best to earn that full incentive, and that would be $1,200 for the year, which I think is very respectable because I already have a lot in there. So my emergency fund my goal is $150 a month, so $1,800 in the year, and that would put me over the 2 months of emergency fund. I would be over 2 months, but under 3. So that's my goal. $150 a month. I think that's really respectable, so I'm good with that. And then my brokerage, I opened a brokerage account last year, just a normal taxable brokerage account with M1 Finance, and it's not a high priority for me at all, but I do anticipate trying to put $20 per month in just to grow that a little bit because it is a fund that would be accessible outside of retirement. So it is important to have that if I want to retire early, but for now, I'm not super focused on it. So $20 a month, $240 for the year. That brings my total retirement savings goals, just with those accounts at least, to $12,620. I think it's very doable. I have a plan set in place to do it. So I think I will definitely hit these goals this year. They're very within reason. I think I based them all in reality this year, so I think I'll be able to hit them. And then for my debt payments, I have 2 student loans, $1,620. That is my minimum payment times 12. However, student loans have been put back in forbearance until May, so I'm not 100% sure what's gonna happen there. But since I don't have any other debt to pay off right now, I am saving the money that I have budgeted for student loans into M1 Spend or the M1 Cash Account or whatever, where you get 1%. And so whenever it comes time to pay that bill, barring any crazy emergencies in my life or anything like that, I will put the full sum on the bill. So with that, I also am including $2,500 of extra debt payments. That's my goal. I don't know for sure if I'll hit that. That's a little bit of a stretch goal, just based on what my other goals throughout the year are. I'm much more balanced, focused on vacations, retirement savings, and debt this year rather than all of my extra income going to debt. So with having more of a balance, it's going to be more of a stretch to try to hit a big debt payoff goal. The other thing is I am likely going to purchase a vehicle soon. I don't know for sure when. I would ideally get one before I go hybrid at work, so that would be before February. And so I've budgeted $250 a month for that, in addition to $125 for like auto maintenance in general. So throughout the year, I put 250 times 12, which would be $3,000 of payments on that loan, and I'm also anticipating putting down at least $3,000 on the vehicle probably. So hopefully if I get something under 10K, I'll be almost paid off, if not paid off by the end of the year. So that would bring my total to debt that I anticipate would be $7,120. That's my goal, I mean. So hopefully that happens. I just can't guarantee it, but that's kind of the plan. And if ever these goals need to change, like if I hit it super early in the year, maybe I'll up it and try to do better. But for now, I want to keep my goals within reach, but to some extent a stretch. So we'll see. Next up, I have some other goals that like you can't really track them monthly or anything, but it's just money related stuff that I'd like to do. So one of my goals is to try to have a no or low spend month at some point. I never really do that because, well, there's just always stuff I need to buy, and it just doesn't seem like it makes any sense to do it. But I do have a habit of going over in personal spending, so it might be worthwhile to do that a couple times this year and just save that money instead towards my office redecoration. So that's kind of my plan, is to try to at least do a low no spend personal spending month. And then I do also want to try out some side hustles. I don't know what they're going to be. Maybe it's just doing a bunch of focus groups. Maybe it's pallet sales. Maybe it's babysitting. I literally have no idea yet what my side hustles will be, but I do want to try to bring in $2,000 extra just from doing tidbits, extra things outside of my job. And then I want to get a new credit card. So I have two right now. And I'm not a huge fan of the cashback from either of them. Like one of them is 5% because it's Amazon, but it's only 5% at Amazon, and you have to have a Prime account for it to be 5%. If you don't have Prime, it's only 3%. So it's kind of like, it's annoying, but it is my oldest one. And then I do have a Discover It card, and I like it because you get 5% like at different places, but throughout the year, I'm usually not even hitting the total 5% because it changes every few months of what you get 5% on. And that's just, it's kind of annoying. So I'm thinking about getting a new credit card. Also because, you know, you get 0% interest on a lot of them. And then also there's so many like welcome bonuses that I've considered just getting one just to get a good welcome bonus that has decent cash back on all purchases. So like maybe 2% on everything. That would be really cool. So that's kind of my goal, is to open a new credit card this year. And then I do want to shop small and local for gifts again. I want to do better than I did last year. And then another thing is I want to invest in myself. So I'd like to take at least one Udemy course. I've taken one before. I really liked it. They have so many options. And with my career goals in mind, like I definitely want to keep growing and keep getting better and learn more. So I definitely want to take at least one course. And then the last thing I had here was invest in an HSA. So I have an HSA, but none of the money in it is invested. And I have hit the threshold to be able to invest. I just haven't done it yet. So in 2022, I want to try to invest some of the money in my HSA and see how that works and kind of just learn about it. So those are my financial-ish related goals. And then I do have some other goals I thought I'd share here as well, because I have a YouTube channel, and I've never really spoke about my goals on YouTube, and I do set a monthly goal to grow a little bit or post X number of videos just to keep myself accountable and keep active. But I'm gonna set some actual annual goals. So right now I'm just like, this is like the last day of December, so I'm just under 150 subscribers. Fingers crossed I'll hit that before this video goes up. But my goal for the next year is to hit, I think I'm gonna try to hit 365 subscribers. So like 1 subscriber per day of the year would be really cool. And I'm already at a head start to hit that because I have almost 150. So fingers crossed, 365. My stretch goal would probably be 500 subscribers because I'd be halfway to 1,000, and that would be really, really cool. My goal for number of videos, I would like to post a couple of videos a month at least. I know like January is going to be a bigger month just because I have a lot of recap videos and goals and stuff to put out. But then after that, I'm really not sure like how many I'm going to have per month, and I don't want to post just to post. You know, I want there to be a reason and content. Like I don't want to just come up with random stuff. I want this to still be fun and something I would do regardless. So I think my number of videos will be somewhere in the 36 to 45 range is my goal. But you know, I could go over that if I get really into it or have more time or something like that. You never know. And then the other thing for YouTube is like watch hours, I think. And right now they're at like they're under 400. So it'd be cool if I could hit like 600 by the end of the year. I don't know. That's probably like a low goal, but it's really hard to tell like how fast that's growing or anything. So anyway, nevertheless, I would like to keep growing on YouTube in the next year and just develop more of a community here. I already have several people that like comment a lot, and you guys are seriously so awesome. Like, I love it. It makes me so happy because I feel like a part of something, a part of the community on YouTube, and it's a good feeling. So I definitely want to cultivate that more throughout the next year. So that is it for my 2022 goals. I hope you guys will follow along throughout the year to see how I'm doing tackling these big goals. So thanks so much for watching, and have a great morning, noon, or night, whatever it is for you. I'll catch you in the next one.